Apologies for the delay. We are live here from the rinks in Hauppauge. You're listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League here on LI Sports Network. Smithtown Hauppauge, Freshman Blue and Middle Country set to do battle in the final of 3 games here tonight. The prior 2 games have been exceptional. Smithtown Hauppauge Freshman Red, a 10-8 victory over ESM in what was a wild back and forth affair that ultimately had the Bulls improving to 6-0. Delayed penalty here on Middle Country, and they have yet to touch up the puck here. Still a delayed call, they score! Smithtown Hauppauge Freshman Blue with the delayed call. Open the scoring 1-0. And looks like here we'll get another look at it. Kukler Graziano, the goal, is punching that one in on the far side. Smithtown Hauppauge with the delayed call. Get the game's first goal. It's Malazewski. Reed Malazewski, the goal. That gets Smithtown Hauppauge on the board early. And they lead 1-0. Over Middle Country. 2 and 3 are Middle Country. 3 and 2 are Smithtown Hauppauge Freshman Blue. And to start this young season, we're knocking on the door again. Puck moved along the far side, held in at the blue line. And Graziano gloves it. Thought I heard a whistle. Graziano agrees. Face off to the left of the Middle Country netminder. Backhand shot, another save made, Graziano. Taking that last shot. It was Werstein. Point shot goes wide. And Malazewski, the goal. It's his 6th of the season, and all 6 of his points have been goals. He'll go down as unassisted, at least for the moment. Trying to drag his way through there was Dominic Schau. Glove down, another opportunity. Wrist shot, scores! Lorenzo Muratori extends the Bulls' lead to 2. It's 2-0, and he immediately reaches out to Schau in recognition of setting up that goal. 2-0 Bulls on the wicked wrister from Muratori. Do Middle Country have a response in them? Middle Country just 7 skaters in the game here tonight. And without their leading scorer, Madison DeCharo, and other key players, including Derek Johnson and Dylan DeCharo, out of the lineup tonight for Middle Country. Both La Salas, Mason And Jack, a goaltender, Mason Skater out of the lineup as well. Owen Hill will take the face-off here against, and it's Dylan Haas. Quick shot denied by Graziano, and Haas gets knocked down on his tush. Big hit dished out by Grayson Giametti. Middle Country get possession and skating it into the neutral zone. Caliendo into the O zone. He can't survive all of the good sticks of Smithtown Hauppauge. Here's Haas. Haas dangles, creates space, fires across. Received by Michaels. Haas again, bumped into by Maresca. Down low, Muratori. Muratori coughs it up. Puck gets reversed. It's picked up along the near side. And a delayed penalty here. So interference, the penalty against Haas, so a power play for Middle Country and chance for them to start to claw back into this game with a potential power play goal. However, Smithtown Hauppauge can't control the puck and send it down. Graziano out to stop it as he hands off for Reyes. And Reyes fires in, takes a weird bounce in the corner. Beneath the goal, Maresca tapping along now. Hill gets shoved from behind, and that will be a penalty against Smithtown Hauppauge. So 5-on-3 upcoming here for Middle Country, and would start as a good chance with the power play to tie the game now, or pardon me, to come within one. Now is an even better chance. 5-on-3, an extended one at that, minute and 25 seconds. Molesky off for rough. But a quick clear for Smithtown Hauppauge, very important. Before anything could have gotten going, Jonathan Moringer got a 10-minute misconduct for boarding for Middle Country. That's why he's in the box for this prolonged time, serving the misconduct. Wetzel trying to dice through the Middle Country defense, now scooped up and shot on goal there by Brody Mayer. Graziano keeps things moving, just 40 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Reyes charges into the offensive zone. Wetzel bouncing puck, controlled and skidded out by Shao. Shao surviving the stick checks. Ushers the puck in deep. Giametti spun it around, picked up by Wetzel. Just 6 seconds left on the 5-on-3 for Middle Country. And now a 5-on-4 power play for the next 30. Caliendo sends in, Wetzel picks it up. And Wetzel outlets to the open Haas, fresh out of his stint in the box. Nice move, Haas. Haas, fans on the shot. Getting the stick in at just the right moment there was Giametti. But when you're on a power play, you want offense, not defense. And see if Middle Country can start to create some. 2 seconds and 1, and that'll do it for the power play for Middle Country. Doesn't quite generate much at all. Out of the zone, picked up by Michaels. Michaels ahead to Haas. Middle Country settle down. Now Maresca goes across. Received by Caliendo. Skates hard after it. Throws it toward the goal. And a save made by Kukler. Muratori. Nice move. Muratori. Backhands went out in front, and Haas could not get a stick on it as he was being checked by Giametti. One-time shot missed there by Muratori on the good setup provided by Shankles. And is Jason Shankles back with it. Haas. Bulls full press. Haas keeps it moving to the near side. Clearing attempt succeeds, but will be an icing against Middle Country. As the Bulls have shown up here tonight, Smithtown Hauppauge freshman blue, and seem locked in here to start. And 5:25 left here in the first period. 2-0 lead for Smithtown Hauppauge freshman blue. They are 3-2 to start the year. Collecting their first 3 wins of the year. They're on a 2-game slide, an 8-3 loss to ESM and 12-1 defeat to Southampton. That was a shocker. As a save made by Graziano, rebound loose. Carried out by Caliendo, and Caliendo backhands into the Bull zone. Donnarumma picking it up. Middle Country, meanwhile, won their opening night's game 9-3 over West Islip. They then fell to East Islip 8-6. As here is Malone. Malone a wrister over the top. 10-4 loss to St. A's, 9-3 loss to KPC. And a forfeit win against Longwood, 1-0, of course, is what it's listed as. Donnarumma, D-to-D pass. Return to Donnarumma off the stick of Pettit. And Donnarumma enters the zone, drops it to Malone. Malone's pass intercepted by Caliendo, who will look to skate it into the neutral zone. He will. Hits about the red line where he lost possession, and the Bulls take it back. Shankles. Shankles into the zone. Nice move. Shankles. Backhand shot. Save Graziano. Rebound. Save Graziano. Nice save there by Graziano. A couple of them. Long shot denied by Graziano. Rebound wide of the net as Malone tried to stuff it back in. Foot race won by the Cougars of Middle Country in Reyes. Board battle ensues. Mayer loads up, fires, save made, Graziano. Here's another look at that pair of saves on the earlier sequence made by Graziano. Good news for Middle Country is Moringer is out of the box. Wetzel has his stick lifted. Maresca try to tap it on for Moringer. Moringer skating back, takes it over. Good back-checking play by Moringer, but he lost it once more to Schau. Haas lost his balance. Moringer ahead to Maresca to the line, held in by Wetzel. Across, and a swing and a miss on the chance there for Malazewski. Schau to Mayer, long shot, pad save made, right pad stop by Graziano. Another shot fired wide, this time by Wetzel. Playing it deep, Malazewski. Malazewski has it once more. And now Moringer. Haas takes over in the near corner. Long shot from Wetzel wide. Comes right back out in front, and an alert save made by Graziano. Cougars clear. Maresca on Wetzel. Here's Haas. Haas dangles. Got around to Reyes, and Reyes takes down Haas, and therefore a power play coming for Smithtown Hauppauge. They already lead 2-0, 1:11 to go here in the first period. Face off. Dug free. Nice play. Shot. Save made. Graziano. Point blank denial of Andrew Malone. Penalty assessed was a hook. Sent down the length of the ice by the Cougars. Nice play by Moringer, but Pettit prevails. Here's Malone. Speeds into the O-zone, does Malone. A shot blocker save made by Graziano, and he seals it up. Yep. Lucas Reyes is the guilty party, as I mentioned. He's serving this penalty. Here is Moringer, shorthanded drag, shoots, scores! Jonathan Moringer, shorthanded goal, an absolute beauty. 2-1 Middle Country. Here it is again. Jonathan Moringer drags and fires over the blocker of Kukler. As Moringer collects, there's another whistle here. He'll stop play. Moringer is his first goal of the season, actually. What a way to score your first. And now an even up penalty called against Smithtown Hauppauge. We skate 4 aside. Malone skating out of the zone, in with speed. Malone, long shot. Blocker save made, Graziano. And that is how we end the first period. A 49 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey to carry over. Smithtown Hauppauge scored the first 2 goals of the game. They looked unstoppable, Muratori and Malazewski. But a first goal of the year for Jonathan Moringer has brought Middle Country to within 1. Also credit to the goaltending at Dominic Graziano. So 2-1 after 1. We'll step aside. You're listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League on LI Sports Network. Welcome back to the rinks in Hauppauge. You're listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League on LI Sports Network. 2-1 after 1. In favor of Smithtown Hauppauge. 4-on-4 for another 34 seconds. Those penalties, Jason Schenkel's interference. As here is Moringer charging to the net, and a save made by Kukler. Lucas Reyes comes out of the box for his hooking penalty in 27 seconds, giving an abbreviated power play for for Middle Country rather. Here's Haas with speed. Haas tries to hit the brakes, and intervening Caliendo, and Caliendo takes the body on Haas, allows Middle Country to break out. Pass in the skates of Moringer. Here is Haas, Stangl shot, left pad save made, Graziano. And that abbreviated power play I mentioned starts now. For Middle Country. They're in the offensive zone, but can't possess the puck at the moment. Chow finds Werstein. Shot, save made, Graziano. Puck was loose, but the ref's whistle blew. He lost sight of it. It was sitting right next to the left pad of Graziano. Had no idea where it was. "25 seconds left of power play time here for Middle Country. They trail 2-1. Intercepted. Malazewski. Fans on the pass attempt. Reyes attempts to nudge it ahead. Potential break going the other way. Maresca goes down. Another penalty against Smithtown Hauppauge. A hooking call, and they're going to get Donnarumma. It'll be a 3-second 5-on-3 before a regular power play. So now coming out of the box is Shankles. Galliendo. Backhanded across, nobody home for Middle Country. Fired and kept in by Caliendo on the near point. Pass ahead, Shankles, good lead pass, Shao with speed, in comes Shao. Shao by Reyes, tries a backhand shot, what a save made by Graziano. He has looked very good in the early going here. Dominic Graziano as he robs Dominic Shao, short-handed. Moringer blocked it, and that allows Middle Country to break out. Skate to stick there for Krakaitis, pardon. And Shao able to stretch out and stay on side as Shankles dangled the line as he entered the zone. And now picked up by Scully. Scully sends in. Bulls touch up. Moringer. He'll hit the brakes. Now turned over to Scully. Moringer takes it back. Just 5 seconds left on the power play. And it expires. A save made by Kukler. Hill nudged it around. Shankles finds his man. It's Michaels. Michaels drop pass onto the stick of Muratori. Off the side of the net. Muratori still with it. All the way down will be an icing against Middle Country. Face off to the left of Graziano. One in the defensive end by Middle Country, but a near turnover. Crisis averted. And here's Derek Johnson. Was not in the lineup in the first period. He makes his appearance with 10:26 left here in the second. And that is a big addition to the Middle Country lineup. Centers Maresca and Krakaitis. Shot from Maresca. It's denied by Kukler. Faceoff comes out of the zone. Trying to spin it back on that time was Giametti. Here's Johnson. Goes around a few, hits the brakes. In comes Johnson. Wrist shot fought off by Kukler. And you can already see the difference. Level of player Johnson is, but a turnover. Oh, man, rush going the other way. Muratori, 2-on-1. Johnson gets back. Muratori, save made, Graziano. Time and space for Muratori as he was in search of his second goal of the night was Lorenzo. Turned aside by the Middle Country goaltender, Dominic Graziano. Shankles and Johnson on the draw, won by Johnson. He'll move it in behind his own goal. Sauces one in hopes of Hill, who Stabs it ahead. Wetzel gets on it first, watched by Moringer. Moringer trying to sniff out Wetzel. And Wetzel able to navigate his way through. Turned it over to Caliendo. Back-ended ahead by Moringer. D-to-D pass Mayer to Wetzel. And now Michaels finding the open Malazewski. Michaels overskated. Malazewski in the corner. Now Johnson to himself. Johnson could not get around the nifty stick there of Chris Werstein. Now a foot race, won by Moringer. Moringer alone. Moringer scores! Second of the game for Jonathan Moringer. Ties the game at 2. Beats Kukler. Blocker side, far side with the shot. And it was all set up by a good breakout pass. And put it on his tape. Now here is Hill with Johnson and Maresca. Goes across to Maresca, knocks it down. In the near corner, two-a-side battle. Johnson takes over. Johnson charges. Backhand shot safe. Rebound save made. Kukler. As Hill got a couple of extra whacks at it after the initial Johnson shot. And Kukler there to seal it up. So face off to the left of the Smithtown Hauppauge freshman blue goaltender. Controlled by the Bulls off the draw. Even though it appeared Johnson had won it. Haas plays it back. Scully finds the open Shao. Shao creates space, but Johnson tracking back to it. Hops on the loose puck. Johnson. It's turned over now, Malone. To Haas. Haas, sharp angle try, shut down by Graziano. Held in by Scully. Loose puck, it's Maresca. In all alone, Maresca. Denied by Kukler. Johnson. And Maresca. Scully. And Haas. And now Michaels using the body to protect the puck. Great play. Able to get it over to Malone. Malone speeding down the left wing side into the offensive zone. Malone left it for Haas. Hands over to Shao. Shao fanned on it. Now Johnson will take over. Derek Johnson inside, outside. Drags, knocked down, back on his feet, backhand over the net. Oh my. Nearly a highlight reel goal for Derek Johnson. All I was missing was the finish. Shao trying to do his best Johnson impression, and now that shot fought off the stick of Shankles by Graziano. Moringer takes a couple of hits in the near corner, sends it around. Giametti reverses once more, not expecting it. We're middle country. I mean, neither were Smithtown Hauppauge, so the puck comes out. Settled by Pettit. Muratori. And Donnarumma. Shankles couldn't settle it down. Banked ahead, and Muratori will reset. Left the puck behind him. Hill there. Now gathered back in by Middle Country and Konstantinos Krakaitis. Here's Caliendo. Donnarumma turned it over to Moringer. Moringer with Shankles hounding him from behind. Moringer able to create some space. He used Hill as a bit of a screen. Hill fanned on the shot. It's still loose. Down on the ice. Still loose. Save made. Kukler still loose. Behind the net. And now a penalty upcoming is going to go against Smithtown Hauppauge. On the mad scramble out in front. We're going to get Brady Pettit. Pardon. Brady Pettit. So power play, Middle Country, a chance to get their first lead of the night. Foot race, and Malzewski's going to win it. Johnson on the loose puck. He picked up speed through the neutral zone. Johnson has it knifed away. Good defensive play by Wetzel. Johnson back on it. He'll pitch it in behind. Moringer there. To receive on the other side, Moringer. Now Reyes loads up, fires, dribbling puck through everyone. Save Kukler. Moringer couldn't catch back up with Haas, who sends it all the way down. Minute 17 left now on the power play. Moringer turned it over to Mayer. Back in she goes. Regathering it in, looking to start up ice, but being rejected doing so. Grayson Giametti. Lead pass found its way onto the stick of Maresca. Fires in, wrapped around the boards. Moringer in on the forecheck. Wetzel avoids him, but check from behind. Now Johnson. Circling, Johnson. Head up all the way, Johnson. Try to sneak one through the legs of Malzewski. Now a long-range shot far side. Doesn't get through to Kukler. And Haas will clear it out. Malzewski, 23 seconds on the power play for Middle Country. Moringer. Surviving the back check of Haas. In comes Moringer. We're back to 5 aside. Johnson drags. Johnson poke from behind. Stays with it. Save made. Kukler. Caliendo loads up. Fires. Never got through off the stick of Wetzel. And they find Malone. Malone is in. Malone. Stopped by Graziano. And it's there. It was underneath him. He got up. But he made the save. I think I only got the tail end of it here. Yeah, the tail end of it. A great stop by Graziano. He's been superb here tonight for Middle Country. 2:16 left here in the second period. Scoring is slowed down. We're tied up at 2. Only goal of the period, an unassisted one from Jonathan Moringer. Nice move, cutting to the middle, Malone. Now Shao. Down the wall. The pass got past Michaels. Shankles now with it. Shankles. Try to finesse one through to Shao. Shankles being watched carefully there by Caliendo, backhand shot from Shao is shut down by Graziano. Face off to the left of Graziano. Shankles and Johnson. Shankles has it, fires. Fought off by Graziano. Michaels pitches it down the near wall. Across. Chance. Save me, Graziano. Malone took an extra second to settle down the puck. It was enough for Graziano to get over and make the stop. Michaels flips one toward Graziano. Seals it up with the glove. It will get another stoppage minute. And 3 seconds remain here. In period number 2. Tied up at 2. 2-3 Middle Country, 3-2 Smithtown Hauppauge for Freshman Blue. Pettit giving away to Johnson. He's in. Johnson scores! Posted in, Derek Johnson. 3-2 Middle Country. For Johnson, this is a little hard to believe, but it's only his 3rd goal of the year. Johnson with it, 2-on-1 developing. Johnson tries to slide it across, got by the defender, and it was somehow kept out by Kukler. Are you kidding me? How does he keep this one out? It was behind him, but not all the way. Final second period. Caliendo keeps in. He'll fire it around the wall. Johnson there to pick it up. Had a pass for Moringer, return it to Johnson. 7 seconds to go in the period. Johnson, he was going to go for a Michigan, wasn't he? Rolled off the end of his stick. Caliendo try to just throw one on goal. Dying seconds of the second period, and Middle Country have come alive. In period number 2, they scored twice. Johnson unassisted and Moringer unassisted to give them the 3-2 lead on Smithtown Hauppauge Freshman Blue as we head into the 3rd period. 3-2, and you're listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League on LI Sports Network. Ryan Brannigan, Rowan Laddick, our camera woman, will be back with you in just a moment. Welcome back here to the rinks in Hauppauge. You're listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League on LI Sports Network. What a move by Shao. He scores! Dominic Shao, 8 seconds into the period, ties it at 3. An absolutely filthy goal scored by Shao. Watch the dangle. Undress the defender. He's going top shelf past Graziano. And we've got ourselves a brand new game. Mere seconds into the third period. Looks like an unassisted goal for Dominic Schau. His second of the season. It doesn't get much more prettier than that. Here is Johnson taking over in his own end. Stretch pass, just missed Maresca. Will be an icing on Middle Country. Face-off controlled now by Smithtown Hauppauge. Muratori lets one go. Save made Graziano, and it's somewhere underneath the goaltender's pads. Face-off to the left of Graziano. One in the defensive end by Johnson. Johnson accelerates forward. Derek Johnson, joined by Maresca. Johnson around the defense. Backhand scores! I don't even know what to say. That was a thing of beauty. I did know what to say. But look at this from Derek Johnson. He says, Schau, that was a beautiful goal, but look what I can do. 4-3 Middle Country. Back on top. Johnson, second of the game, fourth of the season. Johnson out of the corner, lost the handle. Now Muratori. Muratori unable to get around to Reyes. He'll chip the puck past him, though. Moringer gets over there. And now Johnson. On the backhand, Johnson with Hill going to the net. Johnson to Hill! Oh, what a save! Save by Kukler! And now Middle Country, Smithtown Hauppauge going the other way. Fired around for Muratori. Try to get it to Donnarumma, but it's offside. Have another look at this beautiful save made by Kukler, as Johnson going to do his thing, getting around the defender. It's essentially a 2-on-0. And Hill fires it one-timer. I mean, that's what you want to do. He just missed. And getting over to absorb as much net as possible was Kukler, and he made the save. Maresca collides with his teammate. That was Krakaitis. Nudged along, here's Maresca, as he was challenged that time. Lost a handle. Caliendo will get an assist on the Johnson goal, so it's not an unassisted one there from Derek Johnson. As Pettit wedges in. Donnarumma banked one on. Caliendo asserting himself. Donnarumma for Malazewski. Malazewski. Oh, what a pass! They score! And we're tied at 4. A beautiful feed by Reed Malazewski. right onto the tape backdoor. No chance for Graziano. And a mere tap-in goal. Caught up on who scored that goal. I missed it live. I was trying to see on that replay. There's no empty net. Get that out of here. (4-4). Andrew Malone with the tap-in goal. Johnson spins. Johnson across. Tied up in the equipment of Moringer. Back, wraparound, he scores! Derek Johnson cannot be stopped. Tough play for Kukler there. As Derek Johnson just relentless. 5-4 Middle Country is back and forth we go. Johnson from Moringer. Derek Johnson has himself a hat trick here tonight and his 5th goal of the year. Pass across deflected by Johnson on goal and an alert stop made by Graziano. Face off to the left of Graziano, one and controlled by Middle Country. Held in by Scully. Shankles makes a nice play. The shot tipped just over the net. Reyes for Johnson. Johnson speeding up the left wing side. Could not get around the stick of Michaels. Johnson ripped it off someone on the Bulls bench and get a stoppage. Face-off won by Middle Country. Backhanded for Maresca. Maresca. Here's Hill. Try to return pass. It's taken away by Shankles. Shankles with Hill all over him. Shankles finally gets some space away from Hill. And now the sweeping poke check of Johnson breaks it up. Johnson. It's like the puck is glued to his stick, man. Let me tell you. Surviving all the stick checks. Johnson. Shot. Save made. Kukler. Bulls clear the zone. Pass ahead, knocked down, and Shankles fires in. Caliendo. Intercepted by Shankles. What a play. Shankles dangles. Shankles backhand shot. Didn't not get all of it. As Caliendo got in. And now Caliendo and Shankles exchanging some. Face-off one in the defensive end by Middle Country. Banked along, hoping for Moringer. Moringer and Maresca up ice. Instead, now it's Donnarumma. Reyes, intercepted by Haas, trying to get it to Moringer, but the Bulls offside. Well, 5-4, Middle Country leading Smithtown Hauppauge. Freshman blue. Smithtown Hauppauge jumped out to the early 2-0 lead. Middle Country and Jonathan Moringer made it 2-1, then 2-2. Here's a chance. Shot wide with the shot was Malazewski. It was Malazewski who set up Malone to tie the game for Middle Country at 4. For Derek Johnson has given Middle Country the 5-4 edge here in the third period. Donnarumma down the left wall here, the near wall. Backhanded out in front. Nobody able to get on the other end of that one. Behind the net, chance out in front. Maresca challenged by Donnarumma. Moringer following up. He couldn't get it by. And Werstein fires in. Malazewski on the far wall. Middle Country wants a call. Player is still down behind the net, and now finally we get a stoppage. All the players are still on a knee until Grayson Giametti finally made his way over to the bench. It was Giametti who was down behind the net. He's being looked at now by his coaching staff. And no call on that play. Johnson wins the draw and then gets the pass from Reyes. Home run pass from Maresca. Over his stick. He's got it back. Centers for Johnson. Couldn't quite receive on the backhand. Pardon me, is Moringer. Muratori. Johnson getting back. Back to the blue line. Shot deflection. Shankles got it in front off the Mayer shot from the right point. And now Johnson around Wetzel. Johnson hits the brakes. Across with the shot, and great stick check by Wetzel on Moringer to prevent him from taking the shot. Bulls clear. Muratori center. Shankles off his stick. Now Shao in behind the net, taken over by Johnson. Derek Johnson around Muratori. Johnson navigates to the middle. Johnson, wrist shot, save, rebound, cleared out of harm's way by Wetzel. What a play. Shankles. Reyes takes over. Reyes to Moringer. Moringer flips in. Right onto the stick of Wetzel. Gave it up to Hill. Hill to Johnson. Johnson avoids the check from behind, deflected in front. They score. Owen Hill. The beautiful tip off the Johnson shot. 6-4 Middle Country. And watch Johnson. He's not looking, but he knows he's going to get a player from behind. That's... Oh, man. And then a beautiful tip out in front by Hill. Past Kukler, 6-4 Middle Country. It's Derek Johnson, who has only made his appearance with about 10 minutes to go in the second period. Well, he has amassed himself three goals and now 1 assist. Johnson has either scored or assisted on the last 4 goals for Middle Country, as they lead it 6-4. Scully with under 5:40 to play in the third period. Bulls down by 2. The goal by Hill, his second of the season. Johnson try to get Caliendo down low. And the Bulls offside. Face off just outside the middle country zone. Eventually works its way in. Caliendo fires around. Here's Moringer. Held in by Mayer. Here's Shankles. Shankles for the wrister from Schau. It's shut down by Graziano. Donnarumma keeps in at the near point. Shankles through the legs of Schau, and a save made Graziano. Not sure if Schau got a stick on it. Certainly went through his legs, though. Moringer ahead for Hill. Hill back to Johnson. Johnson powers his way through. Now for the shot. Oh, what a save! Moringer's in disbelief. Kukler the stop, and him and Moringer have a bit of a fun jab at each other after the fact. Off the setup from Johnson. Moringer will let this one. Look, he's down and out. No chance. Not so fast. And that stops the hat trick there for Moringer. Back to the blue line. Giametti deflection. They score! I don't know who got a piece of it out in front, but that puck changed direction. Originated from the blue line in Grayson Giametti. And it's Giametti who leads the handshake line. Maybe it is his goal. One more time, here it is, Giametti. Play resumes. Derek Johnson can't knife through the Bulls' defense this time around. Comes off for the shot. They score. Malone. Seven 5. Bulls cut the lead back to 2. And that just beats Graziano clean. Inside the post, on the right of the blocker. Can the Bulls get another? Malone wants one. Shot hit the stick of Caliendo and deflected wide. Here is Moringer. He's got Johnson to his 6. Moringer, shot, save made. Kukler. They credited the Giametti goal to Moringer, so a hat-trick goal for Moringer. Giametti the assist. Johnson the goal, also another assist on the play. So Moringer hat-trick has been complete. Schau, Reyes, good defensive play, takes over. And another good pass to break out. But Maresca lost it to Schau. Schau drag. Schau try to drag again, and Reyes got the stick in. Up the wall, Michaels. Shankles. Shankles. Now for Muratori. Johnson. Over to Reyes. Andrew Malone looks unassisted, his goal. Moringer, fresh off his hat-trick deflection goal. Malone, nice move. Johnson gets the stick in from behind. Into the middle of the ice. Johnson hustling after it. Donnarumma there as well, but Johnson prevails. Johnson to the, oh my! Johnson, the Forsberg, you gotta be kidding me! Oh, I have lost all the... If you're wondering, my voice is a little hoarse. I called 18 goals the game prior. Derek Johnson. It's not fair. It's really not fair. I can't even do that in Chell. He's out here doing it in the freshman division of the Suffolk County High School Hockey League. I don't know what to say. It's marvelous. 8-5 your score. Middle Country back up and front by 3. Johnson has 4 goals, 2 assists, 6 points here tonight. In 2 periods of play. And a save made there by Graziano. Minute 36 left. It's likely too little, too late here for Smithtown Hauppauge after the most recent goal they allowed. Hill backhands out. Malone. Oh, big chance. Save made Graziano. And now a penalty. And it's going to go against Smithtown Hauppauge. And Orestein to the box. Reyes, slap shot. Look out, Moringer. Moringer. And it's taken away by Haas. And Mayer will backhand out. Moringer once more. Now Krakaitis, save made by Kukler. Long shot by Reyes, steered aside by Kukler. Caliendo. Try to quickly work it to Moringer, and here's Malone. Great step up there by Reyes. Teams joust for possession. It's Reyes who came away with it. Had it stolen away by Wetzel. Now Reyes on Wetzel. And here's Haas. Chipped into the zone, Malone. Wetzel. Final seconds. Toward Graziano, who makes one last save, and Middle Country improved to 3-3 on the year. Smithtown Hauppauge freshman blue fall to 3-3. On a night in which Middle Country, powered by Derek Johnson, as well as Jonathan Moringer. The defense helping out as well. A goal from Owen Hill in there. The defense including Caliendo and Reyes and Giametti. Giametti, who provided an assist as well. As did Caliendo, and great saves from Graziano. On the other side, Smithtown Hauppauge. Good performances up and down the lineup as per usual. Just not enough to handle the great play of the all-stars of Middle Country. Malone had 2 goals. Shaw a goal, a beautiful one at that. Muratori, and a great pass from Malazewski in addition to a goal. He had 2 points. And that'll do it for our coverage here tonight. It's my voice. It needs a rest. Thank you so much again for tuning into the Suffolk County High School Hockey League here on LI Sports Network. Final score in this one, Middle Country 8, Smithtown Hauppauge Freshman Blue 5. Until next time, as always, have a good night.